Tension is who you think you should be. Relaxation is who you are. My tension a lot of the times comes from the environment, because the environment is always telling me to act a certain way. When I was a kid, I remember I always wanted my parents to have more money so that I could buy cooler clothes and hang out with the cooler kids. And then I went through puberty, and all I wanted was to have a really deep voice and just be really manly in general. I lived in Mexico until I was about 19 years old, and the environment there was always telling me to act a certain way. So I felt this tension inside of me all the time. I felt it when I was talking to my classmates, I felt it when I was walking down the hallway, and that made me a really awkward kid. And then I came to Canada for university, and it was a fresh start. Nobody knew me here, so I didn't feel as much pressure from the environment to act a certain way. I could be anyone I wanted to be. So I was like, okay, I'll just be myself. So little by little, that tension that I felt back in Mexico began to just ease off of me, and I could just relax. Because I had this certain perspective of myself back there, based on what people were telling me. So here, I developed this completely different perspective of myself, and I was like, hey man, maybe I'm a little bit cooler than I thought. So I started making these videos, and it was really scary to put them out there at first because I was afraid of what people back in Mexico would think of me, but I did it anyway. And then I went back there 2 years later to that same environment that had been telling me not to act like myself the entire time, and everybody started saying, hey man, I love your videos. The entire time I had just been grasping into this person that I thought I should be, creating all this tension. But all I had to do was just let go, relax, and just be myself. All these people around me right now are basically telling me in a silent way that I'm not supposed to be speaking into a camera right now. This is a weird thing to do in a public place. You know, normal people are supposed to just walk down the street and not say anything and just be quiet, right? But once you start to realize that there's these like silent people telling you these things, and you just kind of like feel like letting go, and you just kind of let go, it feels so much better, man. There's no use to feel this tension inside me. And I can just be like, whoa, yo, 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 yo. And it doesn't matter. Nobody gives a shit. I've come to realize that the more I let go of everything around me, the more I discover about myself. And if I ever find myself in a tense situation or environment, I always try to remember to just relax and let go. Because I am the only one that truly knows who I am.
He does have a point. If no one really cares, if he does it. Nobody,
Nobody cares, man. See?
it just is what it is.